We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. 6 young people shot across Baltimore in just a matter of hours. One of the most recent happening on school grounds. We look at the rising number of young people falling victim to Baltimore's crime crisis. Holding those who break the law accountable, the growing push from the city state's attorney to strengthen gun laws. And members of the Baltimore Collegiate School for Boys will have just 4 minutes to say why they should remain open. Just ahead, the critical review that's happening today. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Patrice Sanders. We begin with breaking news. A major announcement about a proposed plan to address the city's vacant home crisis. Within the last hours, leaders have launched a push for a $7.5 billion investment in the city to address those vacant homes. The group, Baltimoreans United in Leadership Development, also known as BUILD, commissioned a report on the city's vacants. The group says that report found that the city needs $7.5 billion to address the crisis. So now they've launched this campaign to try to secure the money and make the changes. You'll recall that part of Governor Wes Moore's budget includes millions to address the city's vacant homes. He is earmarking $20 million to address the issue. Now, until something more permanent can be done to the homes, they're being marked with a red X. It is part of a program aimed at preventing firefighters and Baltimore residents from facing dangerous conditions in vacant building fires. There are about 15,000 vacant homes across the city. You'll recall earlier this month, one collapsed and killed a pedestrian after a car crashed into the home, sending it tumbling down. Then, of course, last year, 3 firefighters were killed when a vacant home caught fire and collapsed on them. Their families are now suing the city, saying the vacant home posed a known risk that the city failed to address. Now, the vacant home crisis, just one of the many issues the city is facing. There's also the crime crisis. Over the past day, 6 young people have been shot in the city. Last night, 2 teenagers were injured in a quadruple shooting in southeast Baltimore. Police say a 16-year-old and a 17-year-old were among the 4 victims. And just hours before that, a 15-year-old Mervo student was shot outside a city school. Shannon Lilly taking a closer look at the growing number of young people who are falling victim to crime.
The search for that shooter is still on now after a 15-year-old girl was gunned down right here at the Walter P. Elementary Middle School. Now, right now, kids are going to be back in their classrooms today, and all is quiet at the school. But look at how the scene looked last night with police swarming here. Now, at this point, they are not giving many details about what happened, but the mayor was here last night speaking to reporters, vowing that police will capture those responsible.
And when we do, we need people to confirm that and step up. Don't be scared, especially when you're talking about a little baby getting shot. I don't care about stop snitching or none of that. This is a kid. That doesn't apply. This is a baby. And if you're scared to step up, you're a grown man and a grown woman, you shouldn't even call yourself that.
And the violence just continues. This shooting happening at the school less than 24 hours after gunfire broke out in a separate shooting in East Baltimore on Alsquith Street near Madison. Police say a boy and girl, both just 13 years old, were injured in that shooting, but fortunately, they did both survive. Now, as for last night's shooting right here at the school, again, we are learning this 15-year-old victim is a student at Mervo High School, and right now she is listed in critical yet stable condition. Reporting from the Walter P. Carter Elementary Middle School, I'm Shannon Lilly, Fox 45 News, Midday.
The violence is impacting the entire community. The mayor says students who were part of an after-school program at that school witnessed the shooting. They heard the gunfire. And then just across the street, a local church was gathering for a prayer service when they too heard the commotion outside.
It's more than sad. It's grievous. It's more than sad. You can't go to church or go to a laundromat or grocery store. So it's sad. It's very sad.
At least 19 children have been shot so far this year in Baltimore. 4 of them have died. 17-year-old Deasia Garrison was shot and killed on New Year's Day. Later, 16-year-old Deontay Dorsey was shot and killed at a shopping center in Edmondson Village. 4 of his classmates also wounded. 15-year-old LaRon Henderson was shot and killed along Liberty Heights Avenue on January 25th. And 16-year-old Andre Moreno Jr., also a student at Edmondson West Side, was shot and killed in Northeast Baltimore earlier this month. 11:05 now. Here's a look at today's top trending stories. Trending number one, the Board of Estimates approves a deal with BGE that would give the company control of the city's underground conduit system. The decision comes as City Council President Nick Mosby and Comptroller Bill Henry abstained from the vote in protest. However, Mayor Brandon Scott and the board's two other members, which are appointed by him, went ahead with the approval.
I was elected as the mayor of this city. I made a commitment to always do what's in the best interest of the residents of Baltimore. That's it. Nothing else. No political games, no political showmanship, just what's in the best interest of the residents of Baltimore. And this proposed contract is just that. In this case, they're just simply wrong.
Well, hours later, the comptroller, city council president, and several other city council members gathered in opposition, claiming the board broke the rules of the city charter when voting without two of its members.
We believe we are right and he is wrong.
But Mayor Scott also appears to be fine with conducting business in a manner that abuses the power with which the people have entrusted him from a transparent and open and accountable government.
Now they are calling on Attorney General Anthony Brown to intervene and determine the legality of the board's actions. Trending number two, a boil water advisory is still in place for Cockeysville, Hunt Valley, Sparks, and Broadmead in northern Baltimore County. Anyone in the affected area is asked to bring tap water to a full boil for 1 minute before using it. DPW doesn't believe that there was any contamination, but it is continuing to conduct tests as a precaution. Trending number three, authorities say they've indicted 6 people who were part of a national drug trafficking ring based in Baltimore. 3 of the defendants are from Baltimore County. The other 3 are from Texas, where police say the drugs are coming in from. Investigators say they found 15 kilograms of cocaine, 400 grams of crack cocaine, 10 firearms, and nearly $500,000. The Masked Singer is back, and things are getting off to a big start with the first 2 unmaskings so far of the season. We're going to show you who was behind the mask. City School CEO Dr. Sonia Santelises is now saying the Boys Collegiate Charter School should stay open. The stipulation she's calling on for in this long road ahead. And the filming for the movie Rust will start up once again. Just ahead in our social stream, the new additions to the film crew.
And we're keeping watch on the next weather maker. It will lead to rain and it could impact your evening commute. I'll break down the timing coming up in my Weather Authority forecast.
.09 and taking a look at your social stream, 1 person is dead, 3 others injured after a shooting at a mall in El Paso, Texas. Officials say an off-duty officer at the mall took 1 suspect into custody just a few minutes after the shots were fired. Officers say a second suspect was also arrested. Police say they've recovered a weapon, but they're still investigating the motive behind the shooting. The FBI is also assisting in the investigation. People talking about it on social media. One person saying, "Not in my city again." Because this is also the same city where there was the fatal shooting at a Walmart. Erica saying, "So sick of this being business as usual now." According to U.S. reports, filming on the Western movie Rust is to resume this spring, with producer Alec Baldwin remaining in the starring role. It comes after Baldwin was charged with 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter over the fatal on-set shooting of cinematographer Helena Hutchins. Baldwin's lawyer, Luke Nikas, calls the decision to charge the actor a terrible miscarriage of justice. Baldwin has not yet publicly responded to the lawsuit, but he has consistently denied any wrongdoing in the on-set shooting. A lot of reaction about this. One person saying, "I think this is terrible. The movie should be scrapped completely. That poor family. This is so tone deaf." Another person, "That is one movie I will make a point of never watching. If there is justice, this film will flop and he will never act again." Amy Poehler and Tina Fey are reuniting in a 4-city comedy tour this spring. The longtime friends will do shows in Washington, D.C., Chicago, Boston, and Atlantic City for their Restless Leg tour. It's a celebration of 30 years of friendship and their first joint comedy tour. They joked if the tour goes right, they can finally end their friendship. General public sales begin tomorrow, but apparently they're not going well. Some people have already tried it. Molly says Ticketmaster is basically ruining it like it's a Taylor Swift concert, sitting in the pre-sale queue since 10 a.m. There are over 2,000 people ahead and no seats left. Another person, and scalpers are going to make more money from the tickets than Tina and Amy. Well, still ahead, if you've ever kept a secret from your partner, that may not be a bad thing. Coming up, how new research says a little secrecy and mystery could boost your relationship. A major turn of events for a high-performing Baltimore City charter school that was on the brink of being closed. We'll take a closer look at the meeting that is happening tonight. And coming up later today at noon, it's Karamo, then at 1 it's Sherry, followed by Hot Bench at 2. Your time now, 11:12 on Fox 45 News Midday. We are back with a live look over at Towson. A mostly cloudy and mild morning, but grab the umbrella because rain will move in by midday. We're going to let you know when a cold snap moves in. That's coming up. A crisis in the classroom. After being at risk of losing its charter, City School CEO Dr. Sonia Santelises is recommending Boys Collegiate Charter Schools stay open with some conditions.
We'll actually have a high-performing school for young men in Baltimore.
There is a long road ahead for the school and for the students. Olivia Dant shows us the next steps that are happening tonight.
At 6:30 this evening, representatives from here at Baltimore Collegiate will be given just 4 minutes to plead their case to the school board. This comes after school CEO Dr. Santelises recommended a 3-year renewal of the charter, but with conditions. Now, she made this decision after visiting the school recently.
I will tell you that there was a palpable difference, and staff agreed, in the climate of a school that, frankly, a year and a half ago was in complete disarray. And that was not what I found when I walked in, unannounced, by the way.
Edwin Avent, the school CEO, says their charter is at risk of being shut down over what he calls technicalities. The city's report claims the charter's teaching practices and staffing levels are falling short. But Avent says they track their students as they leave for high school, and about 95% of them so far have graduated. In city public schools, just 67% of students graduate. Now, finding a new school for 300 boys would be difficult, so take a listen to school leaders' reaction when Dr. Santelises gave her recommendation for renewal.
I'm very gratified that the CEO is willing to take that chance on us, to continue to work for us to build a school that's going to be able to educate as many boys in this city as possible.
After tonight's meeting, the board will vote on the 23rd on whether or not to keep the school up and running. And of course, Fox 45 News will be monitoring tonight's meeting and next week's vote, and we'll bring you the latest updates. But for now, reporting in Baltimore, I'm Olivia Dance, Fox 45 News, Midday.
Coming up later today on Fox 45 News at 4, a 15-year-old girl shot just outside of a school. What we're learning about the victim and the continued violence against young people in Baltimore. Then at 5, what does he have to gain from this contract? We're pressing Mayor Scott on why he is pushing forward a deal with BGE when other city leaders are urging him to put it on hold. And at 6, a new bill could change the way kids are treated after committing crimes. The possible impact of a proposal giving youth offenders more protections. You can get Fox 45 News in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or Echo. We now deliver your local headlines and forecasts in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. 11:17 and now to today's talking point. Could keeping secrets from your partner actually strengthen your relationship? It may seem like a bad idea, but according to researchers at Indiana University, it might help.
Will still feel a little guilty for keeping a secret. To alleviate this guilt, they're more likely to do something to try to benefit their partner or the relationship. In fact, in one study, we found that people who recently kept a consumption secret from their romantic partner reported spending more time, money, and effort on Valentine's Day that year than they had in previous years.
Interesting. It's important to note, researchers say large secrets should not be kept from your partner. This strategy only applies to something called consumer behavior secrets, small habits you intentionally don't tell your loved one about. So, what are the okay secrets to keep? Food and drink were some of the top secret consumptions. The study also found that clothing and jewelry purchases and maybe participation in a hobby, those were some of the other common secrets. So much about this makes me laugh, Mark.
Yes.
So what do you think? Keeping secrets?
We've both been married for a long time. Yes, I think I do keep little secrets, 'cause like if certain things that I know will upset the wife, or like you said, I remember when I worked in New York, I'm not going to divulge how much money was spent on clothing, some of those clothing runs, because, you know what I mean? It kind of got, to be honest, it got out of control. Yeah. And so I was like, I don't need to be saying I spent $100 for these shoes.
Right, exactly. But what I thought was funny in it is that because you're keeping that secret, now you're going to go above and beyond to do things for your partner, do things around the house. So now my mind starts thinking, all right, next time he's being super sweet and I get, something happens out of the blue and you're being oh so loving. Let me dig a little bit, because what are we hiding there?
Yeah, see, that's a too obvious tell right there. That's a too obvious tell. If you see me doing yard work, something's up. So
she knows. She's coming out to question you.
Right. What's going on here?
All right, Mark, thank you. Well, we are seeing above average temperatures here at home, a much nicer scene than what meteorologist Jasmine Lomax is showing us those in Nebraska are dealing with, and that looks yuck.
Yeah, that's right, Patrice. This is not a great photo coming in from Nebraska. You can see on this traffic cam, well, actually, you can barely see anything on the traffic cam, but it's covered in snow. The visibility is low, so not good for drivers there as they deal with winter weather. Here, it's feeling more like spring, and as we head into the afternoon, we'll have a spring-like rain, and at times that rain could be heavy. So a big contrast from what they're seeing in Nebraska. They've got the winter precipitation. We have the warmer precipitation with our temperatures already in the 60s right now. Currently, we sit at 61 with overcast skies and calm winds. Across the state, temperatures are mainly in the 50s and 60s, but we do have a few cooler numbers, 40s and 50s in western Maryland, where they're already dealing with a little bit of rain. You can see that on the HD radar right now. We've got some areas of heavy rain, and this is all going to spread across the state as we head into the afternoon. Ahead of our next weather maker, we're keeping track of this warm front, which will stay to our north, but it will be followed by this cold front that's leading to severe weather across parts of the country. We've got tornado watches in place indicated by the yellow polygons. Now for us, we're not talking any severe weather, just rain, but at times it could be heavy, impacting your drive. As we head into the afternoon, we're tracking off and on showers. This continues into the evening, and you may be driving on wet roads. Be sure to add some extra time to the commute and maybe check the radar before heading out. Showers will continue off and on overnight, and then into the morning, there is a better chance for rain, so you want to make sure that you are keeping watch on the radar and checking that before you head out. Drive safely on the roads tomorrow morning as there could be areas of heavy rain. This all gradually tapers as the cold front slides to the east, and as we head into the afternoon, showers gradually clear and we're back to dry weather. We're going to stay that way over the rest of the weekend. However, cooler temperatures will follow. 67 for the high today. That is above average. We'll be around 50 for Friday following those showers. Then we're looking at 48 on Saturday. We'll be back in the 50s on Sunday, 60 on President's Day. Then we stay above average as we finish the work week. Back to you.
All right, Jasmine, thank you. Still ahead, Chipotle is saying adios to its burritos. The new concept the chain is testing out on the West Coast. And big tech is being called to Capitol Hill, the new subpoena from lawmakers. And prime time is all new tonight on Fox 45. First at 8, it's an all-new Next Level Chef. Then at 9, it's the premiere of Animal Control. And keep watching for Fox 45 News at 10 and the late edition at 11. 11:22 now on Fox 45 News Midday. 11:25. Don't miss this. We are back with a recall alert. Nissan is recalling more than 400,000 older SUVs, vans, and pickups in the U.S. The company says a logo on the steering wheel can come off during a crash and become a projectile. Nissan says it is aware of 4 injuries allegedly linked to the issue. The pickups involved are 2008 through 2011 Nissan Titan and Frontier models. The SUV models are the Xterra, Pathfinder, and Armada. The minivans are 2008 and 9 Quests. The CEOs of major tech companies like Amazon, Apple, and Microsoft have all been subpoenaed by lawmakers. House Judiciary Republicans want to talk to them about their company's communications with the executive branch over how their content is moderated. Alphabet and Meta are also on the subpoena list. Shares of Airbnb are up as the home rental service posted its first ever annual profit. The short-term homestay service earned nearly $2 billion in 2022 compared to a $352 million loss the year before. Investors say Airbnb's 13% gain in Wednesday's trading could be a sign that the travel and tourism industry is finally recovering from the pandemic. It is time now for your lunch break. Chipotle is testing a new quick service restaurant concept in California, which could roll out nationally if it's successful. It's called Farmesa. Gone are the tacos and the burrito wraps. Instead, everything is served in a bowl. Each bowl features a protein, green or grain, 2 sides, and a choice of 5 sauces. Stay with the burritos. That's all we have time for today on Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyle is up next. Mark Clark, back to tell us what they're working on.
All right, thanks, Patrice. We're talking about the key to happiness. It's not money or cars or expensive things. What an 85-year-old Harvard study shows, coming up next.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
What's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark. This is Be More Lifestyle, live from Studio B at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here, along with Kramer and Jess from Mix 106.5 and meteorologist Jasmine Lomax. Good morning, everyone.
Yo, happy Friday.
Let me tell you right now, it was a big night for fans of The Masked Singer. The show is back for season 9, and the excitement is bigger than ever. The premiere episode getting off to a bang with first 2 unmaskings of the season. Spoiler alert, we're about to reveal one of the first unmaskings of the new season. Premiere night revealed the gnome as legendary actor Dick Van Dyke. The 97-year-old living legend is the most decorated and seasoned entertainment to appear on The Masked Singer. Also, we learned country music star songwriter Sarah Evans was behind the Mustang mask. See who else is unmasked on The Masked Singer tonight on Fox. Or Wednesday nights. Wednesday nights on Fox, that's right. Okay, Jess, what do you think about that?
That was so sweet. I watched Mary Poppins so much growing up, and I did not expect that. It was so cute to see him. He looked so happy. In 97, just like out here performing, I love to see it.
I mean, I can't do that at 39. I don't know how in the world that man is pulling that off.
Kramer,
right?
Facts, because these knees is not the same as they used to be.
I feel like they're going to be around forever. Lady T, are you a big Mary Poppins fan?
Oh my gosh, what? I watched that thing like almost every weekend when I was younger, and I still love it to this day. But I love Dick Van Dyke. I was kind of shocked when I first saw him because I was like, oh, I remember him. I used to turn the TV off whenever his show, Dick Van Dyke show, would come on.
Hey.
At night, you know that night when he used to come on, they would be like, "Oh, it's time to go to bed." When I was younger,
you're nodding your head,
but
Jasmine?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's amazing. Like everyone said, 97 still performing.
Yes,
that's just incredible. And Sarah Evans, I don't know who she is.
Yeah, we just need to take that one. But you know, a lot of people guessed her though. A lot of people guessed her on social media, but I didn't know who that was either.
Okay, fine. We want you to tell it. Do you know who was behind the mask? Vote on our website. Did you know? FoxBaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on the Lifestyle tab. Also, you can vote on our Fox 45 News app. You know how we do it. At the end of the show, we'll see what everybody's talking about, all right? A Harvard study spanning 85 years is pinpointing the #1 thing that makes us happy in life. Contrary to what you think, it's not career achievement, money, exercise, or a healthy diet. No, research has found it's actually positive relationships that keep us happier, healthier, and help us live longer. And so there you have Kramer and Jess together, a little partnership. You guys are going to live a long time. What do you think about this new research?
We're just trying to be Dick Van Dyke at this point, man. You know what I mean? Like whatever he's doing. I don't know. I feel like money's pretty helpful throughout this whole thing.
Okay. I was gonna say, yeah. Definitely.
No, I really believe that, because if you're in a fight with someone that you love, that weighs on you. Whether it's your best friend, your partner, or your mom, it weighs on you all day. And friendship, so I believe that.
And you guys work together, and you're on a morning show, so it's so important when you're in bad mood, you still got to perform. So here to you now. Lady T, on the other hand, you could be a mad person. It's okay.
Oh
when
my
the light comes on, you just boom, boom, boom.
But you know what the article also said, like it said contacting your besties on a regular basis definitely helps you, like, you know, be happy, which is what I do every day. We have a little group chat and I'd be like, hey ladies.
Okay.
And like I just be like, and it brings me such joy. So yeah, you always, and I do the same thing with Kramer and Jess in the morning. Hey y'all. You know, it's just, you want that happiness. So you know, you keep those happy people around you.
I just knew Lady T was going to turn that into an OnlyFans, but she didn't.
No, I had actually something positive to say.
Jasmine, let's go. What do you think about this? Who do you check in with?
Yeah, I think it's so true. Personal relationships are everything. And I think there was something like, you don't remember what people do, but you remember how they make you feel.
Yes.
And so I think
that was a vibe just now. Tell it, Jazz.
People, when they make you feel good, it leads to happiness.
Yeah, definitely. That and food. That food and money, though. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if Jasmine's so sweet and nice. Wouldn't it be funny if her friends were ratchet and mean? We'd be like,
I'd be thrown off. I'd be really thrown off.
Calling all pet owners, PetSmart is hiring a chief toy tester. The company's looking for a dog and a cat with, quote, a knack for toy testing and an advanced palette of sampling an array of culinary treats. And get this, it can pay off for the owners. The position pays $10,000 each. Tomorrow's the deadline to sign up. I need to sign up Gabby. Just last night, Gabby got her ball and her little stuffed toy, and she was like having us play with her. This would be perfect. Lady T, do you have a little animal you can suggest?
No, I don't have no pets, so I would not be going for this job. And it doesn't even pay enough. I feel like they need to up the money a little bit if we're doing that. I don't agree with that. No, I'm all right.
Jasmine, do you have an animal you could suggest? No?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. My little Caramel is so sweet. She loves to play with her toys. She'll like wag her little tiny tail and she'll growl when she plays with her toys. Adorable. And she loves food. So
and her name is Caramel? I love that. Because my stripper name would have been Caramel Drop, so I like that.
Oh, Caramel Drops. Caramel Drops in the building. Okay, Kramer and Jess, any animals to suggest or no?
Well, how can I go after a stripper name? I feel like we really did.
I know.
Come on. Milk chocolate. You can be white chocolate. You can be white chocolate.
$20,000 sounds nice, though.
Kramer, what's Kramer's stripper name, Lady T?
Oh, I thought it would be like white chocolate or something. I thought it would be like, you know. Okay. And then,
don't body roll.
Jess, what would yours be? I know you have one. We all have one.
I feel like it would be tiramisu.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I love tiramisu.
That just came to me.
And then Mark, yours could be, I don't know, you want to be like milk chocolate dud. You want to be, what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Yeah, my wife might call me a dud.
Hershey Kiss. You want to be Hershey Kiss?
This is the kind of great television we do. Thanks so much.
I love it.
You can't go wrong with a hot meal on a rainy weekend. Still ahead, a recipe that makes cooking look way too easy. And it can be difficult to find a clever solution to maximize the cup holder space in your car. Next, Genevieve Gorder has the fix in America's Steals and Deals. Stick around.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
Too many cups, but not enough holders seems to be the theme in many cars. I know this from mine. Genevieve Gorder has your solution at a money savings price. Here's America's Steals and Deals.
The following segment is sponsored by Knocking.
You guys, I have a product that solves a pet peeve so many of us have when we jump in our car. The cup holder that isn't big enough to hold your cup, your water bottle, your coffee. You know exactly what I'm talking about. This is the solution. This is the Cup Captain from Sharper Image. It's a 2-in-1 cup holder that rotates 360 degrees and doubles your storage space. You just twist to fit any size cup holder right here, and it locks it in place so nothing will tip. Now, here's my favorite part. You know, you all have this water bottle that doesn't fit in the cup holder, and it rolls around on the ground, on your lap. It's annoying. This will adjust to fit large or small. So gone are the days of your water bottle falling on the floor and clanking around. This expands and contracts to fit any size cup, just right. And the great news is that it's not just for drinks. The Cup Captain is perfect for all kinds of things. It holds food containers, tablets right here, even your wallet. We all have these organizational systems for our desks, our nightstands, our kitchens, our closets. Why wouldn't we have that same approach to an area we spend so much time in, our cars? It's perfect for kids in the back holding their snacks and their tablets. And we're offering 25% off today, you guys. And it's a 2-pack. To take advantage of this deal and save money, go to asadeals.com.
And just in time for this rainy weekend, we're about to have a cooking mom, Amy Hanton, is here with a white chicken chili recipe that she's called an easy way to make deliciousness.
Hey everybody, it's the cooking mom, Amy Hatton, and I have a really delicious chili recipe your family is gonna totally dig. I call it my way too easy white chicken chili because you can't believe how easy it is. And not only is it easy, it's actually really good for you too. So the first thing I did is I started simmering some chicken stock, and then I took 3 cans of Great Northern beans, or one of the big jars, and threw them into a kitchen colander and rinsed and drained them in the kitchen sink. You wanna get rid of the liquid that's in the jar or the can. So we're going to dump in our beans, our Great Northern beans. And then I've got some pulled chicken breast, just boneless, skinless chicken breast. If you're making chicken, make some extra, turn it into this later in the week, or pick up a rotisserie chicken and just shred it up. So I'm just going to add a few cups of shredded chicken. And then for some great flavor, this is a jar of green salsa. It's not spicy unless you want it to be. It's just got some really delicious flavor. You could also use, if you can't find the green salsa, you can use green chilies. And then a good amount of cumin. So that's it. I told you this was easy. It's crazy easy. It makes the house smell amazing. You can double or triple the recipe for game day and have it all in your slow cooker and then put out a bunch of chili fixings. I let this simmer for maybe about 15-20 minutes. The leftovers freeze really well, and it is chili time. I sometimes get in there with a potato masher just to kind of break up the beans a little bit, and that thickens the chili, but it's up to you if you want a more thicker white chicken chili or if you want it a little more soup-like. All right, so here it is. This is one of my all-time favorites. I love to serve this with cornbread or tortilla chips. And then put out your fixins. It's all about the chili fixins, right? So we've got some shredded Monterey Jack cheese, some cilantro, maybe a little sour cream. I also love jalapeno peppers for a little bit of heat, and crushed Fritos on top are absolutely amazing in this chili. So there we go. I hope you enjoy it. As I always say, cook up some memories, and we'll see you next time.
Kids across the country are riding the bus to school every day, still ahead why school districts are making sure the ride isn't just beneficial for the students' health, but also for the environment. There were some high-paid entertainments in 2022. Next, Lady T is spilling the tea and tell you who was the only woman on that list. And it's not Lady T. It's coming up next. Grab a cup, it's time to spill the tea this morning. Lady T joins us right now.
Hey, hello, fellow tea sippers. All right, let's get to it. All right, so Busta Rhymes threw a drink at a woman after she reportedly grabbed his bottom. So in a video that's been circulating, he appears really upset that she groped him, but the woman is saying she didn't mean to. The woman, Nikita Mathis, released a statement to the Shade Room. She says, "I admit I shouldn't have touched him at all, but he's Busta." The woman thought that was how she could actually get a pic with him. She wanted a selfie. But she got a little more than she bargained for, actually. And Busta had just performed at the Grammys earlier this month, so she was just like, I just want to taste it, and I got to grab it, and I got to cut all through this traffic just to get in time with her. She just wanted a selfie with him. Was she wrong, Mark? I feel like she was.
Yeah, but I mean, what is he? I mean, how soft is Busta Rhymes? I mean, come on.
Yeah, he's fine. That is one fine man, but you can't be grabbing at people like that.
Who doesn't like to be? I like to be fondled.
Yeah, you like to be fondled? That's a good thing to know now. Thank you so much for telling us that. This is the tea we're looking for. All right, up next, you guys, Rihanna is having an amazing week. She and her family are on the cover of British Vogue. Now, the internet is drooling over these photos. You see her baby boy, who is 9 months old, and her bae, A$AP Rocky. All of them are glowing and they're happy. Now, Rihanna has only shown her son in a TikTok video last December, and their family, we know, is growing. We saw her baby bump at the Super Bowl. She told the magazine that she's down for whatever, girl or boy, but she said girl first, so I know she wants a girl. She said her son is currently obsessed with his dad, A$AP. Now, Rihanna also said that she's dropping new music, but she doesn't know when. There's no deadline, no timeline, no nothing. Also, sis didn't even get paid for her Super Bowl performance.
Wow.
But you know what? She's still out here winning. I love it. I love it.
I love it that he gave up his career to support his wife. That's what I'm talking about.
I know. And people were kind of like iffy about her performance. Some people said she didn't do great. But what did you expect her to do? You want her to spin on her baby bump? You want her to spin on it or something? Like, what did they think was going to happen?
I loved it. I loved it.
She did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Riri. All right, up next, because that's it. It keeps pouring. All right, so for this last drop of tea, Forbes just dropped their list of the top 10 highest paid entertainers in 2022. Tyler Perry was number 3 on the list with $175 million. Sting came in second with $210 million. Genesis, with the lead singer Phil Collins, came in at number 1 with $230 million. Taylor Swift is the only woman on the Forbes list.
Wow.
Congrats to her. Bad Bunny actually came in at number 10. He's on everybody's list, okay? All together, all of the top earners made about $1.35 billion. I know you were listening for your name, Mark. It wasn't on this list, unfortunately.
So Taylor and Tyler were the only 2 women on the list. That's crazy.
Anybody who's listed with a T sounds like me, Lady T.
Lady T.
But yes, unfortunately. So we were not on the list. But that's okay. You know what? Better luck next year.
Yeah.
Hey, 2023. All right, that's it for the tea for today. Now, y'all know what to do at home. Y'all got to go sip on all that tea. Cheers.
Lady T, that's right. A mesmerizing sunrise over the New York mountains. Here's meteorologist Jasmine Lomax with your best weather in America in that beautiful pink. Hey, Jazz.
Hey, Mark. We've got this gorgeous photo coming in from New York. You can see the sunrise this morning. Absolutely stunning. And not only do they have the beautiful start, but great temperatures, not just in New York, but for much of the East Coast. We're dealing with those above average numbers, and it's making it feel a lot like spring. But this afternoon, it's going to feel like spring with rain as we get ready for the next weather maker. Currently, we're still dry, sitting at 61 with calm winds. Across the state, temperatures are mainly in the 50s and 60s, but we do see cooler numbers in western Maryland, where we're already seeing some rain move in ahead of that cold front. Notice that rain is starting to spread a little bit farther to the east, and we do expect it here around the Baltimore area in the next couple hours. So if you have to drive anywhere this afternoon or evening, you want to make sure that you're keeping watch on the radar and driving safely. We're keeping watch on this cold front that's leading to severe weather. We've got yellow on the screen indicating tornado watches all ahead of that system, but for us, we're not expecting anything severe. However, at times the rain could be heavy. It's going to continue off and on as we head into the afternoon and even into the evening. Your commute could be through areas of heavy rain, and expect this to continue off and on overnight and into tomorrow morning. There is a good chance that you will be driving through rain as a cold front passes over our state tomorrow morning. The rain gradually tapers as we head into the afternoon, and then for the rest of the weekend, we are looking at mostly dry weather, but we'll have cooler temperatures behind that cold front, making it feel more like February. 67 for the high temperature today. Then we're only talking 50 by tomorrow afternoon. After that, we drop to the 40s on Saturday with plenty of sunshine, but it's back to the 50s by Sunday, 60 on President's Day. Then as we head into the rest of the week, we stay above average with the temperatures mainly in the 50s and 60s. Back to you.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by the Propane Education and Research Council.
As we settle back into the second half of the school year, millions of kids across the country are riding a bus to school. Now more than ever, districts are making sure the ride to school is beneficial for both the students' health and the environment by using cleaner energy. Joining us today is Tucker Perkins from the Propane Education and Research Council to share information about the benefits of propane. So, Tucker, why is it so important for our kids to ride school buses powered by cleaner energy sources?
Yes, good morning. It's so important. You know, children really deserve to have that clean, safe, healthy ride to school. You don't get that when you ride a bus of the past powered by diesel fuel. You get that with a modern propane-powered school bus. It's better for the child, it's better for the community, much better for the environment.
And so are buses powered by alternative energy sources better for a child's health?
Absolutely. Think about it. They're cleaner, they're quieter, and they're more comfortable. Let's talk about cleaner first. We've all been behind that diesel school bus. We've seen it pull away from the bus stop. We see that cloud of black smoke. We now know inside that cloud of black smoke are harmful pollutants, harmful to us all, but especially harmful to young children. Creates the bronchitis and asthma that we talk about. When you choose a propane school bus over a diesel school bus, that cloud of black smoke is gone. They're also quieter. A propane school bus is quieter. And we now know that having a quiet ride to school really allows the child to arrive calmer, ready to learn. They get into learning mode faster. And lastly, they're comfortable. They start quickly on a cold morning. They're warm up. A child gets onto a warm bus. No concerns about that bus being reliable through the entire route. Each one of those so important, but together, cleaner, quieter, more reliable, really gives the child the right start to the school day.
So, Tucker, how common are alternative energy school buses these days?
Well, they're very common. 1.3 million children rode to school this morning across 1,000 school districts, and school districts are realizing the benefits every day. You know, these buses cost half of the operating cost of a diesel school bus. We took all these buses from diesel and took them to propane. We could put 23,000 teachers into the classroom from the savings alone. Benefits the air, benefits the child, benefits the school system.
And what can parents do if they want these buses? What can parents do?
We want them to go to a website, betterourbuses.com, to learn more, to learn how to engage, and then go to their school system. Ask the community leaders about how to get this more modern, cleaner, safer, healthier ride for their children in a propane-powered school bus.
Hey, Tucker, thanks for this great information. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. The Masked Singer is back, and things are getting off to a big start with the first two unmaskings of the season. We'll show you who was behind the masks and what you're saying about it coming up next. The Masked Singer is back for season 9, and the excitement is bigger than ever. The premiere episode getting off to a bang with the first 2 unmaskings of the season. And spoiler alert, we're about to reveal one of the first unmaskings of the new season. Premiere night revealed the gnome as legendary actor Dick Van Dyke. The 97-year-old living legend is the most decorated and seasoned entertainer to appear on The Masked Singer ever. We also learned country music star and songwriter Sarah Evans was behind the Mustang mask. We wanted you to tell us, did you know who was behind the mask? You guys are saying I had no clue. Next week, round 1 of The Masked Singer continues with ABBA Night. Remember, you can watch The Masked Singer Wednesdays at 8 right here on Fox 45. And we got a great show lined up for tomorrow. College student is going viral asking if his teacher was right for taking off points for an online homework assignment. It was due at midnight. He turned it in at 11:46, but the teacher said that's not good enough. We'll show you the back and forth debate and what those online are saying about it.
Find out how to have your business featured on Be More Lifestyle. Email us at BeMoreLifestyleTV@FoxBaltimore.com.
And thanks for inviting us to your home as always. Make sure you follow Be More Lifestyle on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great one.